Hello my friends and welcome back. Yes, I was off yesterday, needed a break, and I had some other work to do with my regular job. Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to make sure that I come full time over into YouTube. So subscribe, watch more of my videos. All right. So listen, I say that with a hint of humor, but I'm also serious at the same time. So today, what are we talking about? What are we going to talk about? Most of the calls that are coming in are from men who are going through divorces. The women are leaving them after 15, 16, 18 years in marriages. They keep coming. Women are either cheating or they're leaving marriages. And it's at an all-time high. Because these are just the guys that are calling me to get my opinion on how to either move forward, how to deal with this new life. You know, it's hard. When you have been in a steady relationship for a while as a man, and you've put your all into it, you have been supporting the kids, you've been supporting that woman, and all of a sudden she decides that she's bored, she don't feel the spark, and she's out. It's hard on a man because most of the time, the woman has already found a man. She has already monkey branched. Men, this comes at a complete and utter shock to most men. Because not like men in their late 40s, 50s can just get up and find a new woman. Because I can tell you, that shit is rare. Finding a woman who you don't have to support, right? The woman, she's already had a man that she's sleeping with, not necessarily going to marry her. So, gentlemen, let's get into female nature. Where did it start? Why are women thinking like this? Okay, this is the subject we want to deal with right now. And I'm going to start it out hard. I'm going to give it to you hard without lube right now with this one woman and her statement.
I cheated a lot of times, so, you know.
I'm glad you admitted that.
So you're a cheater.
I am a cheater.
Because people act like they fucking never did nothing in their life.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell the truth. I cheat.
You do cheat. Why do you cheat?
You better get married.
Because to me,
somebody like, nigga, I love her.
Ask me again.
why? What are the circumstances that make you feel like I'm about to cheat?
When I feel like he gets bored.
When you feel like you're bored, or you feel like he's bored?
I'm bored. No,
Yeah.
I'm human. Like if I'm not happy, I know somebody gonna say, "Well, if you're not happy, why you stay?" Bitch.
It's complicated.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
it's complicated.
It's complicated.
Sometimes I need that nigga to keep paying my bills.
Complicated. It's complicated.
I'm just bored. I'm telling you, gentlemen, there is no worse poison than to actually getting a woman and letting her become bored in the relationship. I spoke to a gentleman an hour ago. His wife cheated with the martial arts instructor of his kids. He gave her everything. Everything. He loved her unconditionally. He was smitten by this woman. She was an artist. No idea how to become a businesswoman. But he fed her obsession of thinking that, hey, you know, if I get another useless degree, that I would be happy and I could build my own business. Artists are not business people. So what happened? She ended up with a doctorate in some useless artistic degree. Never had to work a day in her life. Got smitten by her kid's martial arts instructor. Start pounding on that. The man had no choice but to leave her. It broke him. 2 years this man went through some serious psychological issues. But you know what? He's pulled out on the other side. He now has a new woman. Where's the martial arts instructor? Nowhere to be found. Go figure. She will suffer for this. So, gentlemen, here's my lesson. This is a very important lesson. Do not ever put a woman on a pedestal. Don't do it. I know songs have been written about making the woman feel like she's an angel and all that bullshit. Do not do that to today's modern women. They do not appreciate it. It makes them bored after a while. Once you start giving your woman every single thing, she will become bored with you. Do not do it. You got to keep it exciting. You got to keep her guessing. That's the reality of the world we live in. Social media and feminism has created a nightmare for relationships, and women are leaving in droves because those are the majority of the calls that are coming in. Let's read a few comments from just this one little podcast discussion. Jeff Ryan Brown said, "It's not that complicated. She's a user." True. Exactly. Black Jesus said, she Cheat and she broke. That's a double whammy. Abdul Chestnut says, this is 65% of black women right here. He said it, I didn't, but I don't know. I don't know. D.H. Terell says, hell, when you hear a woman speak recklessly like this, she's basically speaking for the majority of women in America. Most of them definitely practice this behavior and mindset. They ain't as candid. They hide and deceive and manipulate. Yep. Nonstop Drop said, sadly, this is most women. You all live life on easy mode and love you all, but you're never held accountable. That is true. And of course, I'm going to end it with this one woman. Nonstop Drop says, it's actually not. Don't push that BS ass narrative. Thanks. Happy New Year. Have a good day.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days. My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out. But how did I go?
The world is ready for the asteroid to hit. At this point, we need to fucking welcome it there. 22 bodies in 10 days, and she's open to get more. Yo, deep that's somebody's daughter.
My friends, this is it. This is the nature of the dating market and the relationship market we have nowadays with women. And then you're wondering why men not getting married? Wow. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here's a man dealing with a woman who has multiple dating partners, and he thought that he was special.
Are you serious? That's not how a wholesome woman's supposed to be.
A wholesome woman? Get out of here. Like, what?
When I met you, that's not how you was. You told me that you was a good woman. All right? I cook for you. I do everything you asked me for. Like, anytime you want a bill paid.
We are not married. We are not married. And here you go.
You supposed to date with intentions of being married.
Things you want to do. You the one who jump and do those things.
Are you serious? No, you asked me to do them.
Okay.
And now you're going out tonight?
And you do them.
So are you going?
You don't have to.
Who are you going out with? Because it's not me. You called me over here. It's not me.
That's none of your business.
I brought gifts and everything for you upstairs.
Okay. And why are you bringing it back up?
Because you're going out with another guy.
You can take the gifts with you. What?
Why am I not good enough? Why am I not good enough? Control you. You asked me for these things and I do it for you.
You're not good. What are you talking about?
Because if I was good enough, you wouldn't be with 3, 4, 5 other guys.
I should be able to date whoever I want.
That's how people get diseases. What is funny? Like, for real, you gonna laugh at me now? You don't take me serious. You don't take me serious. Like, that's nasty. You are the only girl that I'm with.
Listen to you.
What? I sound like a man who loves somebody. I love you.
Just a date.
Just a date. You're not supposed to be.
I'm gonna walk down the aisle with him. It's a date.
How can you go on a date with somebody else if you're dating me?
Easy. Do I just go? Like, I'm dating you, I'm dating him, I'm dating Bob. I'm dating. What?
My mom told me about you, man. And I tried to tell her that you was not that type. But she said you look like that type. You're embarrassing me. You know that? What if a friend or a family member see you out here with another guy? No, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm
like, get out of here.
I have a job. I go to work. I have my own companies. I take care of you. How am I? What do these other guys do for you? Besides degrade you. Your nails are done because of me. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Y'all see her nails? I got that done for her to go out with another guy.
Done, though. What?
That looks done to me.
It don't to me.
You broke them off. I just got them done last.
4, 5, 6.
Are you serious? That's not how a wholesome woman.
Man, that was the most embarrassing thing to listen to. Gentlemen, if you are in this position, you walk. Doesn't matter how much it hurts. Walk. Get out. Then run. Get the hell out. It hurts me to watch black women do this sort of shit. 4 or 5 different men she dating at the same time. My mama told me about you. He sounds like a freaking woman. Dude, you never, ever, ever make a woman see you that vulnerable. I love you. I love... No. The minute she starts with that attitude, you should have got up and say, okay, thank you. I learned my lesson. I'm out. Have a good life. I paid for your nails. I did. Oh, man, I was just cringing listening to that crap. Gentlemen, if any of you ever do this shit with a woman, you should not call yourself a man. I'm telling you that right now. Because all she sees is a simp, a sucker, a trick. That's it. But at least you honest. I'm glad to see that she was finally honest with this man. And he now, I'm hoping he sees the light. And he don't run back to her, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I just want to be the special one. I know men will do that shit. Listen, I was a simp at one point. My young days, I was that simp. So I know how this poor man feels. But I got tough, man. I toughened up. Got my shit together. Gentlemen, please listen to this. Listen to my voice. Do not ever put yourself in that situation. If she cannot do wifely duties and demonstrate that she can be that type of person for you, and you're doing it, or you paying for her nails, you're not married to her, dude. You paying for this? You paying her bills? You're not married. Why would you do that to any woman you're not married to? She should be working and paying for that herself. Wow, that was just painful. Let's hear a few comments. I'll read a few. Just Jen says, I don't understand so many women today. Higher than ever expectations when bringing nothing to the table. But those expectations and an attitude? Sure, date around if you want, but be honest and upfront about it. No one has time for games. One would argue that that's exactly what she did. She's not playing any games with him. She told him. But she did tell him too late. That's the thing. After he's caught the feelings, she hooked his ass in. So you know why she's telling him this right now? Is because she got another simp in that group that she has that is taking care of all the shit and more that this guy's doing. So she could let this one go. I got a bigger simp on the hook. That's what's happening right now. This gentleman said, she's in the right. He just fell in love. Laughing. When people say they don't want a relationship, listen to them. Yes, he's right there. And play a role or find someone that's on the same page. That's simple. Yeah, if she had told you right up front that she didn't want a relationship, then, you know, she's a plaything, man. You hit it 1-2 times, get out. Cover your shit up at all times. You make sure you cover it up. Because these women are for the streets. If she's hitting 4 guys at the same time, imagine those 4 guys are hitting 2 other women. Because she's not going to hook up with any of those idiot dudes that are not going to get enough. So now all of a sudden you're sleeping with 8, 9, 10, 15 people. Yeah, because all of those fluids are coming right back through her. Men ejaculate in her. So whatever she can get all of the stuff easily. When he said, I could get diseases, what did she say? She laughed. She didn't say, oh, well, I make them use a condom. None of that. She just laughed. There was no defense behind that at all. This gentleman say, nah, he should have just take his lumps and bounce. Why would you even entertain a woman like that? Shaking my head. Yeah. 13 DJ Dave said, don't try to keep what doesn't want to be kept. Simple.
How many Plan Bs did each of you take?
So, I've had 3 abortions and 1 Plan B.
3? 3 abortions? Okay, what about you, Nia?
I took more than 5.
Diana, what about you? Over 10?
Bro.
More than 20?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is it over 40?
And so yes,
I want the chat to see this, right? Because I always speak about promiscuity in men and promiscuity in women. The fact that laws was passed that gave women rights to contraceptives, Plan Bs, birth control, and the ability to abort the kid, what it did was incentivize women to be more promiscuous.
Wait, my question is, when I was 18 and had the choice to take a Plan B, I shouldn't have taken it? I had
have not even been having sex with a man that wouldn't provide you a future, or a man that you don't want. This is what I'm saying. If we took away the contraceptives, there wasn't no plan B, there wasn't any birth control, you couldn't have abortion, you would have more stake in the man that you choose.
All right, let's move on to this other young lady.
Out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over again to leave them alone. Women are independent. They don't need men. And now some are complaining when men are actually listening to them.
They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there.
That's a very good point. There are good men out there.
As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down. It's just a hot mess out here. But
this really shouldn't come as a surprise. After all, isn't this what some women wanted? What modern feminism was pushing for? For women to be treated as equals to men, right? No special treatment needed. Don't need to hold open a door. Why help out? Women can do everything themselves just as good as men can. But now it seems some are complaining that they got exactly what they asked for.
Out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over.
Yeah. The problem with feminism is they got what they want and they're unhappy with the results. This is the reality of where we at. Feminism have given women everything they requested and more, and they are still unhappy. This is the problem. Gentlemen, this tells you one basic thing. Doesn't matter how much you give a woman, she will never, ever, ever be satisfied. That is the reality of life. You actually have to take something back and give and back and forth in order for her to stay excited. That's where she stays engaged. And as crazy as that sounds, the evidence is there. Because I'm telling you, boredom, lost the spark, no more fire, it's a routine every day. That is what kills women, kills them. And what does a man have to do? He has to almost be an asshole in order to keep her entertained. Because if he keeps giving her everything, like I told you, the last guy paid for every freaking degree his ex-wife wanted, up to a doctorate's degree, a useless doctorate's degree. What did she do? She sleep with the martial artist, with her kid's instructor. Every man who has given his woman everything, these last 3 men that I've spoken to, the one in France, another one in New York, every one of them gave their wives everything. They were devoted to their wives. What did these wives do? Mess it up. And we have tons and tons of this stuff over on TikTok. So I am telling you, gentlemen, do not listen to what women say. Watch what they react to. It is their actions that speaks. Simple. Let's hear it from a feminist. Let's hear what she says.
Feminist, yes, because it took feminism to get us to the point where we are now, to get that equal.
Do you realize how different the job availability was 100 years ago?
But that doesn't excuse the fact that women and men got paid differently for doing the same job for the same hours.
But here's the thing, equal pay feminism can really only exist when there are comfortable air-conditioned office jobs. You didn't hear feminists in the fucking 1800s saying, I want to go into the coal mines and get black lung. Because for the longest period of human history, most jobs were extremely physically laborious.
And it blows my mind that these little 20-year-olds, these little girls are talking about, oh, I'm a feminist. And most of them don't even know what feminism is. They think feminism is all about, oh, everything has to be given to me. I need choices. I should have the choice to do whatever I want. What choices do men have? If you're talking about equality, tell me, what choice do men have? Men have only one choice. Be the best damn version of himself. Make enough money so he can attract one of these parasite type women in order to take half of his shit if she no longer happy with him. Think about that. That's his choice. Or go to a foreign country, and find a woman who adhere to the traditional views, not influenced by feminism. That's it. Those are his choices. But one choice he does not have, and that is to be placid, complacent, lazy. That is not a choice for a man. But guess what? A woman can do that quite easily and find a man to take care of her. It just blows my mind that women don't realize that without feminism, they had the best choice. They did. And I will back it up with this one video.
You can't raise a family in America for the average person today on one income. And that's a result of women entering the workforce and wages decrease, which is why not only the radical left, but also the more commercially minded right wing was in favor of that. It's the same reason they're in favor of mass migration. It just lowers wages for people. A lot of women, however, seem to feel not that they have the choice to go to work, but that they have to. And this is expressed in a famous study that came out of UPenn and was published by Yale in 2008, which was the paradox of declining female happiness. And I love the way this study opens up. Right in the abstract, it says, despite the past 35 years showing so much marked progress and improvement in the lives of women, women's happiness, according to this meta-analysis, has declined, both absolutely and relative to men. Women, in particular, became less happy, despite all these objective improvements to their lives. So, to me, the obvious rejoinder to that is, well, maybe those objective improvements, namely feminism, maybe that wasn't an objective good. Maybe that was just illusory.
And that's the thing. Women are in a position now where they have tons of choices. They can go to college. Most of them are in colleges. Most of them are more highly educated. They have the freedom to stay home or go to work, right? They have complete and utter freedom, yet they are the most unhappy compared to men. Yes, men are getting the sex, but women are actually giving the sex to most of the top men, but they're still not happy. That blows my mind. It's insane. And it comes back to my one simple point. You cannot make a woman happy. It's a futile journey for you, gentlemen. The best you can do is to become the best version of yourself and stay the best version of yourself and focus on you so that she will be attracted to you. Make her feel like she cannot do any better. That's the only thing you can do. This gentleman fascinates me. He said something else here on this podcast I got to share with you guys.
I think a lot of feminism, the cornerstone of feminism is choice for women. You can't stay home.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure, because there was a famous debate between Betty Friedan, who was the prominent American feminist, and Simone de Beauvoir, one of the most famous feminists of the 20th century. It was in 1975, and Betty Friedan said what you said. She said, look, I think we should give women a choice. Maybe they want to go out into the workplace, or maybe they want to stay home and raise their kids, but they should have a choice. And Simone de Beauvoir, who was a more consistent and intelligent feminist, said there can't be a choice. And the reason there can't be a choice is that if given the choice, most women would stay at home. And if most women stay at home, women will not be free. If we want true women's liberation, women must be forced to be free.
Think about that. If we want to give women a choice, we have to force them to be free. And that is the most paradoxical, the most craziest lie women have been told. Women just don't realize how much feminism have lied to them. Think about it. Every single woman these days are tired. Once they have entered the workplace and they've hit the grind and they realize, oh shit, 99% of us are not going to become boss babes that will have our own schedules and fly off to Jamaica and fly off to the Bahamas whenever we want, get off to Dubai and go on trips. They realize this shit is 9 to 5 and I get 3 weeks vacation, I get 2 weeks sick leave, and that's it. And that goes on and on and on until I retire. That is the reality of life for most people, most average people. And now they're waking up and going, Jesus, I gotta put on this makeup again. I gotta freaking get on this dress. I gotta look good again. Get on these heels. Oh, I need 2 pairs of shoes because I need some walking shoes and I need my heels for when I'm in the office. And I gotta get there and I gotta put up with an asshole boss, whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter. He will still be an asshole. She will be an asshole. I gotta put up with the politics and then I gotta get home. I'm exhausted. And then I gotta worry about, there's no food for the husband if she makes it to marriage. But if she doesn't, she's either a baby mother, single mother. She gotta pick them up from daycare She got to do, she got to make sure she got a food. She got to make sure. Then, and that's just the beginning, everyday shit. If she's single, all it is just a rotation. And as she get older and older, and all of her friends who have either found partners or have moved away from her, got other lives, her daily struggle becomes even worse because now she don't have a support system around her. Oh, I got to go and take care of my elderly mother or father. That is the reality for most people in this world. It's not easy, but that's what feminism told you. Go out and get your bag, girl. So unless there's a man in it with you, with the struggle and the survival, it becomes doubly hard. That's what a lot of women don't get. So I was intrigued by what he said about this woman, Simone de Beauvoir. My French is not the best. And I'll read a few comments first. A. Mathis said, that's basic feminist logic. Forced to be free. Yeah, it sounds crazy, right? But I get it in this sense, right? You know, when slavery was over, a lot of blacks, a lot of slaves were so accustomed to being slaves that they had no other way to survive on their own. They didn't see any other way to live. So they did not want to leave the plantation. They were almost forced to leave the plantation. So I get what he's saying and I get what this woman is trying to say. It was telling women, hey, you know, you don't have to be like this. And this is not the only way to look at it. So what I did was I checked on ChatGPT. I wanted to see what ChatGPT had to say about it. This is what I got back. Simone de Beauvoir argued that women, while ostensibly granted freedom, often face societal expectations and constraints that limited their true autonomy, creating a paradox of being forced to be free. The idea of women being forced to be free is rooted in her exploration of women's liberation. She observed that while women gained legal and societal freedoms, societal expectations and gender norms often compel them to conform to certain roles, limiting their genuine freedom. Beauvoir emphasized the importance of acknowledging and challenging these social constraints by women to truly experience authentic freedom. Yeah, but here's the problem that most human beings have. They have what you call the paradox of choice. When you give humans too many choices, they tend to either switch back and forth, or they tend to pick none. Or they pick one that only fits their emotional needs. Whereby men, we know that we have to go out and work. We have no choice, because if we want to acquire a family, we have to go out and become the best version of ourselves, right? Because no money, no family. No woman is going to find us attractive as a mate if we're just average men. On the other hand, women, they don't have to be overly attractive. They don't have to make money. They don't even have to be in shape. They don't have to have education. And they will still find a mate. But of course, if they're fit, friendly, feminine, agreeable, and childless, their chances of finding the top men will increase significantly, if not exponentially. However, most women don't fall into any of those categories, or at the very least a few of those categories. So anyway, guys, I don't want to push this subject much longer, but here is the summary of what I'm trying to get across. One, you do not go out there and spoil your woman. It will be the detriment of your relationship. It will be. As stupid as that sounds, that's the reality of life. Do not do it. You will regret it. And I have shown you and I've told you about the receipts. They left or cheated. Yeah. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let's get some comment. Let's get some conversations going so that we can all learn from each other. Not just the older man, but subscribe and book a session, just so that in the event that you need some help from a particular problem that you have. All right? So guys, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. All right, cheers.